It's a skill set that once you have it, at least you know you would never go hungry.
Yeah.
Once you have flour in your house, you can make her bread.
Hi everyone, you're watching How to Foodie Nation. Ready ovens, because this week Chef Jason will be teaching us how to make fresh loaf bread. So let's get baking.
First things first, we need to add our water to the bowl. Now I have some warm water here, not hot, just gently, calming to the touch, almost like what you would bathe a baby with, nice and warm.
Okay.
And we are going to add some sugar also.
Sure.
And then lastly, the yeast inside here. Now typically when people are making bread, they would just put the sugar and the yeast and everything into the flour and mix it up together and then add the water. What we are working on here right now, Kezian, is what we call building a starter.
Okay.
So this is the wet ingredients. By putting the sugar and the water together and then adding the yeast feeds on the sugar.
Right.
You get what you call that activator.
Nice.
Right? And that is what creates that fermentation access to develop a beautiful, spongy bread, soft, great crust formation.
The kind of bread we want to eat.
The kind of bread we want to eat. Nothing is wrong with doing it the other way or the traditional way. Just I'm trying to showcase this way because this is what like professional bakers would use. They call it a starter.
Okay.
So we mix it up together like that, and we're leaving this for about 10 minutes to allow the yeast to activate and develop bubbles. That fermentation process. So we're going to check back on it.
Okay.
Now immediately you're seeing those beautiful little bubbles starting to break the surface. That means that your fermentation has been successful. That's
So
what you
your
want.
yeast is activated.
It's a carbon dioxide vibe that takes place when the yeast feeds on it. So it's almost like when you make wine and you get that nice fermentation. It's a similar starter.
Science in our baking.
Well, yes, baking is the science of exactness. So we're going in with some vegetable oil inside there. This will help condition the flour, provide a little bit of elasticity later on, and that is some fat inside there, so that is needed. Some salt.
Now, Chef, I know you told me one time that you can't add yeast and salt at the same time.
Correct. Salt kills the yeast. You don't want to do that at all. So we try to keep them separate from each other.
Right.
Almost like maybe a husband and an ex-wife or something.
So we keep them apart.
Keep them apart and you mix it up together like that. At this point in time now, we need to add our flour. So, wet ingredients, dry ingredients.
Okay.
Let's go in. I add a little bit at a time. Just incorporate it with the flour. Sorry, the fork to bring it in together until it gets a little stiff.
Right.
And then we're going to move on or graduate onto using our hands in a little while.
Okay.
So going in again. So we have this set of flour right now. And as immediately it's starting to absorb and come together.
Yeah, I feel it getting thicker on my fork.
And there you go. Some good quality bread. It's amazing in the household. I mean, usually mothers make this at home and they would make it for their kids, maybe Christmas time, back to school, some cheese-based sandwiches, some turkey on that, maybe some sliced cheese with some pepper sauce. Amazing stuff.
Chef, I think a good loaf bread is something that everybody needs to learn how to make.
Exactly. I mean, it is definitely something that it's a skill set that once you have it, at least you would never go hungry. Once you have flour in your house, you can make her bread.
You could make.
Exactly. So let me get this out now. I told that girl once, I said, I need you like flour, but she didn't take me on. So I mean...
Does the count?
Concentrate, chef.
Thank you, chef. Concentrate.
So we're going to take it
I'm
out.
happy out there.
Pour it out like that. And we're going to start to add in the rest of the flour into it.
Okay.
Cool? So, put some flour on top like that, and the rest of it, we're going to start to incorporate it, stick together like that.
I'm happy out there.
So as you can see, what I'm doing here is just stretching the dough, Kessie. And this is how you develop the elasticity in the dough, by pulling it back and forth just like that.
Okay.
Alright? Once you do that, you have a nice spring to your bread, so it bounces back, and you get that texture.
Okay.
So important. And in addition to that, I'm developing structure, which is gluten, which gives it the ability. Right. So the two proteins, and I'm using the heel of my hand, pressing it into the dough, just like that.
And I see you rotating as well.
Correct, because I want to make sure that I tackle both sides of the dough, or all sides of the dough rather. You know what I mean? All this extra flour that you have here,
you work that in.
Work it into it also.
Okay. And
sometimes you could use your 2 palms like that. So,
looks like a workout.
They call me master baker, that's when it comes to dough, a dough play.
I know. Just finish with my dough, please.
Even though I'm still working at it, right? See?
So chef, after we work it, what's our next step?
After we work it like that, we want to do this ideally for about 3 to 4 minutes, 4 minutes maximum.
Right.
Sometimes you develop a great dough like that, you could go a little more. And once you do that, you want to put it back into the bowl here.
Okay.
So whatever little bit of oil you have remain, put it inside here.
Yeah.
And it's going to go in there. We're going to cover it with a plastic wrap and allow it to rise.
Right, okay.
You want to go for about 40 to 45 minutes.
And that's just rising.
And that's just the rising. And then we're going to come back and cut it and divide it and make our loaves when we come back. Right? So take that. Just leave it like that. It's not done yet. Put it inside here. Put the plastic wrap on it for me.
There we go.
There we go. And we're going to be trapping all those gases inside here. So what happens is that as the fermentation increases, it's going to start to rise. We're trapping up the gas. It's going to swell. And then it's going to help to develop a nice taste or flavor in the dough when that fermentation occurs. This is very critical. Do not skip it.
Okay.
So I think our dough has been successful in that rise. It's almost like tripled in volume, huh?
Yeah, it's more than double for sure.
So that's that fermenting access of the yeast. There we go. So we want to remove this now.
Okay.
So all that carbon dioxide. Now this is a very important thing to do. Put a little bit of flour in your hand.
Right.
And you have to punch down your dough to remove any of the excess gases.
Okay.
Alright, so you see how it just went back to normal size, right? Then we dust a little bit of flour on our counter. Raise up the dough, put it down. So it's still alive.
Yeah.
Alright, at this point in time now, what I want to do, just a little more flour on top of it. We're going to then take our bench scraper.
Right.
We want to divide the dough in half. So we're going to get 2 loaves.
Okay.
Alright, so let's say about that. Looks pretty much, don't put me to like share out food. Okay? So I'll just put this one back inside here. So what we want to do now is get about 10 in width.
Right.
About 5 in length. So you just want to press it out like that. Maybe you can turn it over. There you go. Take our rolling pin, add a little bit of flour on it just to condition it. I just want to start to roll
it out.
Alright. Turn it this way now. And don't be intimidated. People think it needs to be exact in terms of dimensions. No. Dough could be a friend. Just go with it. Do you bake at home a lot? Do you bake a lot at home?
Cakes, brownies, never bread.
Never bread.
I really always wanted to learn just that kneading process and the averaging of doing breads right.
I hear you. Well, this is what the show is all about. Alright, so we have that there. At this point in time now, I just take it now and I start to roll it like this. It's almost like Swiss roll vibes.
Right.
Alright, so we're sticking underneath. Roll it in tightly. So we're making these loaves. See me? When we do that now, I gently want to press in the edges.
Right.
Just to bring it in like that. So we get a nice rounded edge of the loaf itself. Alright? Once you do that, you need to start to fix on
I
the
need to grease
counters.
the pans.
Alright, so I pinch the bottoms. Make sure it's sealed up properly. You all see me here, right?
Yep.
So that it doesn't unravel on me. Looks pretty decent, right?
It does.
So I take this here, rest that first loaf here, and I'm going to do the next one while you grease them. Tell us how you do that.
So basically, my granny was very insistent about greasing pans. You have to get in all the creases with your butter and all the way around, especially in these corners on the bottom, so that it doesn't stick in the pan, right, Chuck?
Yeah, that's good because the dough tends to stick sometimes on you and you don't want that to happen. And then you have to dust it with flour after.
Of course. And we just get all the flour
Now,
in
Kezzy,
there.
I wanted to mention something before we put these in, right?
What's that?
When making these loaves, feel free before you roll it up to put things like parsley inside there, chopped chardon benny. You can put cheese inside there, roll it up, so you could give your bread character.
So maybe we can make like a garlic herb bread.
Right. So you saute up some minced garlic and mix it into, paste it into dough before you roll it.
Right.
Add a little bit of cheese inside there. You can put some jeera. Turn it into whatever flavor profiles you like. You get where I'm coming from, right?
So I think our pan is properly well dusted. And just
Pretty
making
much.
sure I don't have anything stuck in there.
Exactly. That's good. So I take it. I'm gonna take the first one, put it inside here like that. Push it in, just shape it into the dough.
Yep.
Just as we see here right here. Now it will rise. We need to actually let this sit again for about 10 to 15 minutes. It's going to rise again.
Yeah.
Immediately when it rises, we put it into a 375-degree oven and bake it for about half an hour.
Okay.
And then
So
it's gonna
rise and bake.
Rise and bake, so 50 minutes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We have from a cheese base.
What do you want?
Well, make a sandwich for me and a girl. I just be doing all the cooking all the time. I bake bread for you.
I can give you butter.
I mean, I could give you butter. I have a little bit of butter here. So let me just take a slice. We can just try it together. Nice crust formation, boy. Nice color. Look at that soft texture. Typical white loaf bread. Nice color and everything. And the beauty about this bread is that it's unique in each shape. I mean, however you shape it up. Oh, look at this butter. And I mean freshly baked bread with some good butter on it. Nothing better than that.
Freshly baked bread.
Look at that. Beautiful shine, nice texture.
My granny will be proud.
Well, they could go and make it for granny. No, maybe a piece of this.
You have to give me all the butter.
Everything, yeah?
All.
Nice and creamy.
Hey.
Cheers. Boom. Nice texture.
Super.
Nothing beats some good bread out of the oven now.
Soft. It's like melt in your mouth soft. It's so good. So good.
As mentioned to you guys, feel free if you do this recipe to put spices inside of it to incorporate cheese, Parmesan cheese.
This reminds me of my grandma Joan. She makes bread for us every Tuesday and Thursday still. Tell us guys, what are your favorite bread memories, your homemade bread memories? It sparks joy in families everywhere.
Personally for me, my mom would make bread at Christmas time and we'd have it with ham.
Yeah.
That's great, and even when...
Homemade bread brings families together.
There you go. So I mean, by all means, feel free to try the recipe. Let us know, comment below. Let us know how you make your bread, what you like to eat your bread with. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share the video.
Let us eat more bread. Until next time everybody, bye bye.
Bye bye.